earth-shattering roar tears through the night. Clawing its way from the island's depths, the Alpha Skullcrawler, the Big One, surfaces. It's a waking nightmare of bone and muscle, a two-legged reptile built for one thing: destruction. Its pale, skeletal hide seems to glow in the dark as its jaws, lined with teeth like serrated knives, snap at the air. The colossal beast locks its eyes on the fleeing humans, driven by a pure, terrifying instinct to kill. It moves with impossible speed, a force of nature about to claim its prize. But there's a reason this island has a king. Just as the Skullcrawler lunges, a shadow eclipses it. Rising up to his full, magnificent height is Kong, his fur matted with mud and water, his eyes burning with a righteous fire. This is his home. This invader has threatened everything he protects. With a roar that shakes the very mountains, Kong smashes his fists into the Skullcrawler, and the impact sounds like a thunderclap. The two titans slam into each other in a chaotic explosion of water and rage. The Skullcrawler whips its massive tail, trying to shatter Kong's balance, but the great ape is an anchor of muscle and bone. He grabs the reptile by its throat, forcing it backward as their struggle turns the marsh into a violent whirlpool. Every punch from Kong is a bone-jarring demolition, while the Skullcrawler answers with snapping jaws and slashing claws. This isn't just a fight, it's a brutal dance between the island's guardian and its oldest devil. The battle spills from the swamp into a desolate, fog-choked valley. This is the Boneyard, a haunting graveyard littered with the skeletons of Kong, its ancestors, a stark reminder of what the Skullcrawlers have already stolen from him. You can practically feel the ghosts of old wars in the air. For Kong, this is personal. The Alpha Skullcrawler, breaking away from Kong for a moment, spots the human survivor scrambling through the bones. And that's the mistake that costs it everything. As it lunges for Mason Weaver and James Conrad, Kong lets out a cry of pure protective fury. He won't let his home become a tomb again. He throws himself at the Skullcrawler. Tackling it with such force, they both go crashing through the massive ribcage of a fallen ape. The ground trembles as they grapple, locked in a struggle to the death. Pinned in the wreckage of an old ship, Kong finds his arm tangled in a heavy anchor chain. The Skullcrawler sees its chance and lunges its jaws wide open. The Kang isn't just about brute force, he's a smart fighter. With a single titanic effort, he rips the chain into the massive ship propeller it's attached to clean off the rusted hull. Suddenly he's got a weapon. The heavy propeller, swinging from yards of thick chain, becomes a homemade morning star. Kong whips the immense weight around with shocking speed, smashing it into the Skullcrawler's side with a sickening crunch of metal on bone. The creature shrieks, stunned. Kong swings again and again, each hit a devastating blow that sends shockwaves through the reptile's body. The beast can't get close without risking another crushing strike. The propeller becomes lodged in its back, a trophy of the ape's incredible power. While the giants are locked in combat, the humans make their move. From a ridge high above, Mason Weaver takes aim with a flare gun. She fires. The flare arcs through the air and smacks the Skullcrawler right in the face, exploding in a blinding flash of red. It's not about the heat, it's about the shock. Disoriented and confused, the creature stumbles back, shaking its head. Its focus is shattered, and one moment is all a king needs. Seizing the opportunity, Kang surges forward. He drops the chain and propeller, ready to finish this with his bare hands. He closes the distance while the Skullcrawler is still reeling, his entire being focused on one final, decisive purpose. Enraged and with its vision clearing, the Skullcrawler unleashes a nasty surprise. A long prehensile tongue shoots from its mouth like a whip, wrapping around Kong's arm and yanking the ape towards its gaping maw. For a terrifying second, it looks like the king is caught, about to be devoured by the same monster that killed his family. But Kong's will is iron. In an unbelievable show of defiance, he grabs the creature's tongue with both hands. He plants his feet, muscles straining against the pull. The Skullcrawler yanks, but Kang yanks harder. With a final guttural roar of pure victory, Kang rips the tongue straight out of its throat, tearing out the monster's vital organs with it. The Alpha Skullcrawler convulses, its scream dissolving into a wet, gurgling death rattle before it collapses, utterly destroyed. Wounded, bleeding, and bone-tired, Kong rises to his full height over the body of his enemy. He looks out at the sunrise, A new day for an island that is once again safe. He beats his chest, the powerful rhythmic drum of a king. And then he lets out one last, triumphant roar. It isn't just a cry of victory, it's a promise. The king is on his throne. If you love epic monster battles, subscribe to High Octane Hits and ring the notification bell for more. Let us know in the comments which movie fight you want to see broken down next.